Holy Spirit by Jacques Philippe. Conclusion. We have looked at some of the conditions for enabling God's inspirations to make themselves felt in our lives and become more frequent so that we can be progressively guided and moved by the Holy Spirit. The conditions listed above would be incomplete without one final addition. This condition is filial love for Our Lady. Out of all created beings, the Virgin Mary is the one who most lived in the shadow of the Holy Spirit. Mary's whole life was a perfect act of consent to all the operations of the Spirit in her, and this led her to a more and more ardent and even higher degree of love. Appendix 3 gives a beautiful text from the writings of St. Francis de Sales that can help us to understand how Mary's love grew steadily because the Holy Spirit met with no resistance in her. Mary is our mother in the order of grace. As such, she hands on to us the fullness of grace that is hers. And I think that of all the gifts that Mary grants to those who recognize themselves as her children and who take her into their own homes, following the example of the beloved disciple St. John, the most precious is a share in her total availability to grace, her capacity to let herself be led by the Holy Spirit without resisting. Mary passes on to us her humility, her trust in God, her total self-giving to God's will, her silence, her inner listening to the Spirit. This means that one of the surest ways by which we will little by little become able to put into practice the indications contained in this book is to entrust the whole of our spiritual life to Our Lady. She will teach us what she practiced so well, to recognize clearly, to receive with full trust, and to put into practice with total fidelity all the suggestions of grace by which God will work marvels of love in our lives, as he did in the life of his humble handmaid.